Welcome to the Tri-M Fundamentals Weekly Insight Podcast. Each week, we'll sit down with President and CEO of Tri-M, Jim Horn, as he shares experiences, insight, and stories that drive home the importance of the 31 fundamentals that make Tri-M the best-in-class employee-owned company it is today. Our goal is to get things right, not simply get things done. Jim reminds us of this principle in Fundamental 16. Do it right the first time.
So many things have an impact on doing things right the first time. First, we need to completely understand the scope of work as detailed on the plans and in the specifications. Second, we must also understand our proposal, which includes clarifications and exceptions to the plans and specs, along with any exclusions we have that may have a direct impact on our price. Third, our field mechanics must have the proper instructions, tools, materials, and equipment that will allow them to do it right the first time. Let me tell you a quick story. We were working on a campus-wide communication duct bank project at Penn State in Harrisburg, PA. The project included 4 4-inch PVC conduits encased in reinforced concrete. Everything was proceeding nicely when our excavator exposed an 18-inch storm sewer pipe. The superintendent then called the project manager to discuss whether they should go under the pipe or over. After much discussion and the fact that they would end up with 6 inches of cover on top of the concrete encasement, they decided to install our duct bank over the storm sewer pipe. They completed the installation and poured the concrete. The specifications required the design engineer to inspect and approve our installation prior to being backfilled. When the engineer arrived the next morning, he informed the superintendent that he could not approve the installation because the specifications required a minimum of 12 inches of cover over the concrete encasement. The superintendent asked why, and the engineer told him that during the hot summer months, the grass would turn brown or maybe even die where there isn't 12 inches of soil. The superintendent then called the project manager to inform him that approximately 50 feet of duct bank that was not approved by the design engineer had to be removed and reinstalled below the storm sewer pipe. The project manager came into my office to inform me that the duct bank installation had failed the inspection by the design engineer. As he walked into my office, he was extremely nervous and sweating terribly because he thought he was going to lose his job. He told me that he had made a bad decision and that approximately 50 feet of duct bank had to be removed because it wasn't deep enough to provide the required cover over the concrete encasement. I asked him what he was going to do to meet the intent of the specifications. He said he was going to remove 50 feet of duct bank and reinstall below the storm sewer pipe to achieve the 12 inches of cover. I then asked him what he had learned from his experience. He told me that he would read and understand the specifications before making decisions like this in the future. He then said, "You mean that you're not going to fire me?" I responded, "Why would I let you go for making a decision? The only thing that I ask is that you learn from this and not make the same mistake again." Lesson learned? Sometimes we all need to do a better job of completely understanding the scope of our work, whether it's while estimating, designing, or during the installation. This will go a long way towards doing things right the first time.